Hi, this is Sacred Spouter, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just make sure that you specify pendulum, flame rating, or plain old tarot card. So, as we go along here, hello everybody. We got Bob Job and a few other people online here. Hello everybody. Let's start off with the card of the day. We got Domino right here. Hello, Domino. Say hello. Hello. So, let's see. Now, the card is from the Universe Has Your Back deck. So, today's card says, Joy is the ultimate creator. So, remember that right now as we're going with this wonderfulness that we are having today and for the next foreseeable future. Everything hitting the fan, as they say. Just make sure you try to have some joy in life. Okay, so let's get started. Gotta wait for Domino to settle down. Now, today's title is about the BRICS. As some of you may or may not know, the BRICS nations, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and 12 new players or countries are now part of the BRICS organization. Now, this is a separate organization from the U.S. hegemony. Okay, they're ones wanting to make a whole new system on their side of the world. Well, and then a lot of them are the OPEC countries. So let that sink in. And of course, we have the US, Canada, most of Europe, and all that with the old system. Okay, so let's have a look at what the cards are talking about the new BRICS. and this whole thing with the OPEC countries, that will be the main factor on what collapses the U.S. currency in the next. I'm going to predict about February, around in there, would be when we're going to see the real stuff hit the fan. So let's have a look. Could even be sooner. Okay. So it seems that the health of this entire situation, there's a lot of countries wanting to get into the BRICS organization. We've known this from the past, but they're a little hung up because they want to stick with the old U.S. currency system. So it can go one of two ways. You got that Two of Swords happening. And a lot of course, the news that we're getting is smoke and mirrors, right? The Magician. So I'm thinking it's going to be a while until it takes a huge hold onto the world. And I don't think people have actually snapped into what this actually means. It means that the US dollar is no longer the main currency of the world and basket full of money. So either the US and Canada is going to have to change with the times and admit that they're done for and move along into that new system, or go away. Okay, and that's going to be very, very soon. It's going to be accelerating the end result that we've been talking about here for a long time about the US dollar. This is why I'm still bullish on Bitcoin and many of those cryptocurrencies that I keep mentioning, usually on the bottom of the screen. So what else we're seeing in the cards? It's going to be disrupting the entire basket of currencies, of course. And it's going to be some friendships between countries are going to be dissolving because of this particular situation, and new deals are going to have to be made behind the scenes with those different countries. Usually, you'll hear it in the news. We're no longer trading with so and so because of this. But usually, behind the scenes, it's usually backroom deals that are going on between different countries. Publicly, they're not, but behind the scenes, they are. So that's going to be a whole lot of that is going to be going on with the new BRICS countries that have joined. Um, so it's not as bad for the non-BRICS countries for the moment, but I am predicting by the end of the Christmas season, I think everything is going to be busted open here on this side of the fence. And a lot of the people that are involved in this particular thing are going to be holding and waiting. As soon as it starts to collapse, the old system, I think you're going to see a lot of countries moving to the BRICS nations. Okay, because you need something to do trade in. Okay, so expect a lot of the countries to start flooding into the BRICS nations, but within the new year, 2023. Okay, and this will be the new monetary system, which we've been discussing here. It's probably not going to be done by the United States. It's going to be done by Russia, China, and all of those countries, which are now backing their currencies by gold. Or if they haven't done that yet, they will be. Okay? And that'll be the new commodity-based currencies that we're mentioning not that long ago. Okay, so everything's starting to fall into place that we've been predicting for quite some time. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Twitter versus YouTube. Now, Elon Musk, I think it was today or yesterday, was mentioning that he's going to be bringing on YouTube creators onto the Twitter platform, and he's going to be offering them more money for monetization. So if you get some superstars like the Beast, Mr. Beast, or PewDiePie on Twitter, Twitter would explode. And this is the idea behind Elon Musk's new idea for Twitter moving forward. So let's have a look. Will it start to beat out on good old YouTube? As we all know, I'm already on Twitter, and I think Super Whittle Guy just joined me on Twitter. So if you'd like to join me on Twitter, make sure you go to the links in the description later on, or go to our website, and the Twitter link is in there. So had some cheese. It's not doing well for talking. So yeah, see, Super Whittle Guy had fake nose and glasses, pretending that it's not him. So it's quite funny. All right, let's have a look. What's all this Twitter versus YouTube about? Is that a good idea? I think the idea is going to be solid because we got the two of swords upside down. Right side up means it could go this way, it goes that way. But it was reversed. So the idea is firmly in place. So expect in the next little while that they're going to be implementing this situation. You have to remember, Twitter does not really have a monetization system for the creators that are on the platform. So that'll be a great boon. And I might probably be starting to put some of my videos on there more and more as we go along. I'm thinking of a way of doing that won't be so hard. Okay, so the idea is firmly in place. I think he just hired some people to do that. I was reading, and it's going to be very swift. Actually, it's going to be coming out very, very soon. Okay. So, this whole idea of Twitter taking on YouTube could be a huge thing. It's going to have the right mixture of things going for it. You get some good YouTube superstars, even Twitch, and you got it made because you get to bring all those people into the ecosystem of Twitter, and you start to make it more of a video hosting thing. I think it'd do very, very well. Money wise, I think it's going to do rather well. But it's going to take quite a bit of time for it to really establish itself and beat out good old YouTube. Andre on Twitter, let that sink in. Yeah. The Elon Musk joke there. And the people that are involved in this, I think they're really going to go for it. It's going to be actually very, very successful. So there you go. Will it beat YouTube? I don't think it's going to beat them exactly. But I think because Twitter has done the new thing, it's going to be changing a lot of the YouTube policies. That's why I got to be so careful with some of the things that I say here, because I am on Twitter and YouTube at the same time, and Facebook and Twitch. Where else am I? Everywhere. D Live, which I don't have any people there, but we are transmitting there, and Twitter. So I'm pretty much everywhere, even BitChute and what's that other place? Rumble. So you can look me up all over the place. The links are in the description below. Even what's that new Getter? Pretty good thing on Twitter. So there you go. I think they're going to be on par with one another. And I think as soon as Twitter does its thing, you're going to see a lot of policy changes happening on YouTube as well. Okay. Making it not so difficult to do things here on YouTube. Okay. So with that, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, what's the next thing we got? Is this, somebody's asking, will there be another dive with BTC, like a major one? Yes, and it's going to be very, very soon. I think it's starting to recover a tiny bit. As soon as the FTX news has gone away and we've moved on to Polish missiles and all that sort of shenanigans going on, that'll be the new thing that everybody's going to be talking about. It's like Mount Gox back in the day. Everybody thought it was the end of Bitcoin. And on and on and on. And everybody sold all their Bitcoin and went their separate ways. This is much like that. Okay. Bitcoin will be around for eternity. We've already seen this. Bitcoin wins. So if you're thinking of, oh, I got to sell, stop that. Stop doing the knee-jerk reactions. Okay. And this is the time to buy more Bitcoin. Hopefully me and the wife are going to be buying some Bitcoin today because we're going to the Bitcoin meeting tonight after the show. But this is the time to be greedy. When everybody's afraid, be greedy. Okay? Number one rule. So let's throw some cards down about the next BTC drop. Is it going to be nice? It's going to be a fire sale, all that sort of thing. In the next 2 months, it's going to be automatic talking. It's going to be settling down, and it's going to be back to business as usual. 2 months approximately. As we go through the Christmas season, there's going to be a little bit of lackluster going on as people stop panicking everywhere and pointing fingers at exchanges and things like that, and freaking out about that. So it's going to take about that amount of time until this whole thing kind of blows over, until we get back into the new thing that's going to be hitting us in thinking at the end of Christmas time, and that's going to be the bigger market, the S&P 500 market. That'll be the next thing that's going to be rocking everybody's world. And it could be the key to everybody getting back into the cryptocurrencies as the old system starts to collapse. And that's approximately when a lot of people are predicting the other market to be collapsing at that moment in time. It's kind of goes hand in hand with kind of the things that we were saying here previously. But yes, there is going to be a bit of a dive in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So just be ready for that. Okay. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Chills coin news. I think somebody was actually asking about that in the chat here. I think that was Dark that asked last show about is Domino dancing today? I know where he went to.
Playing with his stick.
Playing with his stick. He has a plastic stick he plays with. Wakes us up in the middle of the night because it's a plastic, and he lifts it. He steps on one end and he flicks the other end. Click, 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 click. Kids. So let's look at chills. Now, for those who don't know, this is more of a sports betting cryptocurrency that's attached to a platform where you can go in and bet on sporting events. I think that's the main premise of Chills and its platform. So it does have a use case. Okay, so I'm thinking in the next little while, it's going to be okay. There was a bit of a drop, but I think it's going to start to pick up. Even in times of recession and chaos, betting on things always seems to go up. Okay, I guess people want to get lucky and make a lot of money so they can pay their bills and things. And everybody thought it was going to be a long journey until they recover, but it's going to be very, very short. Okay, so that's the long journey. Okay, upright, but it's reverse. So it's the opposite of that. So it's going to be recovering very, very quickly as more and more people want to do some betting. Okay, and in these hard times. The financial part, there were some hurdles that they were having to overcome. We got that death card, but it's reversed. So they were thinking that there was going to be a great change. Death is all about change, but it's reversed. So everything they thought was going to be happening is not going to be happening, and they're going to be recovering much, much quicker from this situation that they were in, whatever that was. And that was probably what was keeping that price down for the last little while. And I think it's going to be starting to go up again. Some new partnerships going along with high-profile sporting teams. And I'm thinking we're going to see more sporting teams getting into the Chills platform moving forward. It's going to be a very emotional high. We got that Ace of Cups, which is always a yes. Okay. It's going to be a big favorite with the people moving forward as they reestablish themselves as the bigger betting system for the future. Okay. So I'm thinking Chills is going to do just fine for the next little while and beyond. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Remote viewing. Hoping everybody's doing their homework. Okay, so just a reminder, here's the number for the Sunday show. Okay, and just make sure if you haven't done remote viewing and this is the first time you've seen this on our show, making sure that you write down, get a fresh sheet of paper. Okay, I think there's a few new people here. Write down the number, okay, that we have here, and put that at the top of your fresh sheet of paper. And with that, you're going to be focusing your psychic abilities on that number. Okay, that is the target number. And you're going to be writing down the descriptors of what it is that you're picking up. What are the colors? What are the smells? The taste? What's it feel like? Okay. What's it sound like? Okay. So do all the senses. What's it smell like? What's it taste like? What's it feel like? And ask yourself, is it man-made or is it natural? Okay. Just go down the lines, and if you say it's a envelope, well, that would be known as an analytical overlay, AOL. Okay, and if that does come to mind, you put it at the bottom of your sheet, and you put envelope. Okay, and you try to get that out of your mind, and you continue with the remote viewing. You have to remember, it's not about labeling what the target is, it's about describing it. Okay, and that'll be this Sunday. Okay, so make sure you tune in on Sunday and we'll go through it and we'll have some fun with that, and we'll get better and better as we go along. Okay, so I guess it's into the chat. Hopefully you got a lot of questions.
Super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, $10. Is the upcoming chaos 2023-ish, will gold, silver be used to buy property? Yes, it will. We already kind of knew that it was going to be going on. There's going to be a moment in time when people are, because not everybody's into crypto yet. They will be after Dancing Girls. If you saw last show, you'll know what I mean. But there's going to be a moment in time when everything is chaotic. People are going to be using actual cash and other commodities like gold, silver, bartering, other objects you can use. Even if the banking system totally collapses, we can still do commerce with one another. You don't need the government to say that you can and cannot do things. This is when we go, bye-bye government. We're going to be doing things on our own, okay? Because you keep screwing up. And this is why we're in this pickle in the first place. Anyways, let's just have a closer look. We'll do three cards on this. Well, that is a big, big yes. Okay, aces are all about yes. Okay, and to top it off, it's an Ace of Pentacles, which is all about money and possessions. Where if the banking system starts to fail, we can start to use gold and silver as money. Okay, so the answer to your question is a definite yes. In that period of time, if you're sitting on silver or gold, yes, you can use that. I'm thinking a lot of real estate agents will start to bring a wheelbarrow for all the gold and silver that you're going to be giving them for houses. As long as they get paid and it's worth money, no problem with that. Okay, so it's a definite yes. Okay, thank you for that question. Bob Job. Hi, Andre. Had an interesting BTC day dream I did not ask for. To sum it up, a roadblock was removed by a big black bull with horns. So we have bottomed now and up soon or hopium. Thanks a lot. I think we're going to be diving a little bit more. Okay. But yeah, I'm thinking we're pretty much at the bottom or very, very close. Um, in Canadian dollars is about $22,000 Canadian. Um, I'm thinking most of the bleeding is pretty much done. Okay. We might have little dips like last couple of days. It's been like this. Nothing to that. Nothing to worry about. No, you shouldn't have any knee-jerk reactions. In fact, you should actually be buying more. Okay, and not financial advice, but as we always say here, when everybody's afraid, be greedy, right? And what's everybody doing? They're all panicking. Might as well buy some, right? You got to change your thinking around. So, if it does go down some more, perfect. Just gives us more opportunities to get it at bottom basement prices. Okay. So hopefully that helps you out. Is YFI better investment returns than ETH in the long run? Well, I don't know what YFI is. Um, throw some cards down. If in doubt, throw some cards down. I think in the long run, I think it's still going to be going to ETH. A lot of things still have to happen with ETH. ETH is going to be one of the bigger ones going forward. The other one seems to be doing okay as well. This is the moment in time where you got to be very, very patient. If you have those 32 Ethereum coins, you can make a node and make quite a bit of money. And with the prices coming down to those bargain basement prices, you could probably wing it, hopefully, and do very well with that. YFI, throw some more cards down for that. In of itself, I think it's going to do rather well as well, but I think ETH is going to take the bigger share of everything. Okay, thank you for that. Will VET be a US dollar in 2023? Maybe. But you have to remember US currency is falling down. So maybe you can say, let's say 22 Satoshis. Of course, Bitcoin is done in American dollars as well. So, but let's just have a look. It doesn't appear to be in 2023. It's going to be in 2024, 2025, in that period of time when we're going to see VET actually do that. Not that VET is a bad project or anything. It's just timing. Okay. And not a lot of people know what VET is. Money's going to go to where attention is, right? So, it may be quite some time for VET to actually get up to that dollar in 2024, 25. Okay. You have to get people into the cryptocurrencies, and then they'll learn about all the different cryptocurrencies, and then they'll start to put money into different things. This is that transitional period. You have to remember, not everybody's in the crypto, right? Once they're in, then then they can learn about all the different types of cryptocurrencies moving forward. Okay, and so hopefully that helps you out, Bob. Any idea when Biden's will get theirs? I was thinking about that today. I think he's just going to be going away silently to the mist. They're going to focus on something else, especially with Donald Trump um, announcing his bid for presidency. Um, you have to remember, blue and red are the same thing. They work for the same people. It's just different flavors of the same thing. So now that they have the majority of the House, and we're going to investigate all these people and blah, 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 blah. I bet you anything that nothing's going to happen. Oh, we're going to take the high road and not do all this stuff against these people. Okay, we're just going to let them go, and we're going to continue doing naughty things, but with our red flavor. Okay. It'll be a little bit better, kind of, but not by much. Okay. Doesn't really matter who's in um, politics, which side it is. It all boils down to the same thing. Marginally better. I think it's actually one of the rare few that actually believes in what he says what he's going to be doing and actually acts upon it. There's a few of those politicians that actually do it as they say, but that's far and few in between. Okay, but I'm saying sorta. They're probably just gonna send him off into the sunset, and you'll probably never hear much about him after that. Okay, hopefully that helps you. Will Matic drop below 50 cents? Didn't we ask this already?
Not today.
Not today. Okay.
What's up?
Doesn't appear to be. I think it's going to be pretty much stable to where it is at the moment. It may drop a tiny bit. Matic is quite up there for what it is. I don't think it's going to go down to 50 cents. I think it's probably going to be dipping a tiny bit, but not to that 50-cent mark. Okay. Hope that helps you out. When will silver, in your opinion, start to go to 12 pounds an ounce? That's probably going to be in the new year, in the very beginning. A whole lot of other things have to play out before that sort of thing happens. And it's probably going to be very, very soon, as I mentioned in the beginning of the show about the brics. And they are buying gold and silver like crazy. They have been for many, many years. As we all know, that Russia actually backs their currency with gold now. So that is going to have to get reevaluated very, very soon. And I think that's going to be very, at least in the middle of summertime, if not sooner. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out.
Almost trying to get out.
Marlon, can I get a 3-card reading, please, for now until Christmas? Okay. if this is for you until Christmas time, I'm thinking that you're going to be uh, doing some traveling actually. Um, but it's for some reason it's going to be delayed for the next little while, uh, and not quite lining up with your expectations with everything. So there may be some trouble trying to get everything done on time. But I'm overall, I think you're going to be mastering this your circumstances in a good way. Okay, we got that King of Wands. Okay, very interesting. So you got to be the master of whatever this thing that it is that you're going through, and you're going to be finding justice. Okay, with whatever the other things that you've been working on. Okay, I think this is more family related for yourself. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. There's you're gonna say the thing and it's gonna stick and it's gonna be the thing. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, thank you. Well, BTC get a new all-time high next year. Pendulum. um, and no. Is it going to be after the halvening, which is 2024, I believe? Yeah. So it's going to be a slightly after, where a lot of people are saying it's going to get to 125,000. I think that's American actually in that amount of time. And then it'll come down to 80 grand and then sit there for a little while. Okay. It's usually the way that it goes. Oh, that lines up with one of your TARDIS friends. Perfect. I think we're going to go up to about 60, 70,000 in the next little while, which is going to get everybody excited about it again to a point, and then all the dancing girls and all that. So it will start to spring from there, but in the next halfening, it's probably going to be 125,000 approximately. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. So if you're not buying Bitcoin yet, maybe you should consider it. Okay. Well, Hex and Pulse Chain do well in 2024 and 2025. Hmm. That's Richard Hart's crypto projects, I believe. Pulse, I'm not sure of, but Hex is going to do okay. Pulse Chain, I don't know if it's out yet. There was mention of it coming out very, very, very soon by Richard Hart himself, if it hasn't come out already. So it's saying no, will not be out for a little while yet. I don't know what he's waiting on, but it is going to come out. But I think by the time it does come out, people's attention for it is going to be eh. But I do believe Hex is going to do rather well. Okay, in that time period. Okay, thank you for that. When the power goes to BRICS, will we have the social credit system like China has now? I think that's where we're headed now with the Western thing. Okay, we're already on that path without the BRICS. I'm thinking that the BRICS is every country for itself, and there's no huge one plan. Their whole thing is to get rid of the American dollar. I don't think they have much else that they're trying to do. Um, as much as Russia and China are kind of friends, they're not quite friendly all the time. Uh, I do predict that there's going to be some backstabbing between China and Russia. The only thing China fears, China fears is Russia. Okay, something like 10,000 tanks on your border kind of makes you a little nervous. Um, but no, I don't think when the BRICS does its thing, the social credit system is not going to be a thing for the rest of the world. For the BRICS nations, it's going to be okay. For us that aren't part of the BRICS, um, probably going to be going to a social credit system. Okay. So yeah, BRICS taking over the entire world will not be a thing for quite some time. Okay, especially here in Canada and the US. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Kevin McCarthy, the new Speaker of the House for the next 2 years and beyond. What do you see? Yeah, good old Nancy is gone, is she? Chasing hammers. Okay, let's have a little bit of read into this Kevin McCarthy. For some reason, he was just placed there for a placeholder. I don't think he has any vision or any inclinations of the job. Even now, you're the second in charge of everything, being the Speaker of the House. I think he's just basically a placeholder for the next foreseeable time until the new person comes in. I don't see him lasting very long. Maybe 2 to 3 years, and then he's probably going to go somewhere else. Okay, and they're going to implement somebody else in there. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Add shares. Haven't heard that one for a while. Whole lot of pain coming on for the Add Shares coin. But it is the end of a cycle, and they're going to have to work really hard to keep their head above water. I'm thinking that they're going to be not in the greatest spot for the next little while financially. It's going to be further into the future that they're going to be really doing anything significant. Okay. Health-wise, they're kind of sputtering along. And I'm thinking it's going to take them a long time to really recover from everything that's been going on with them. Probably another year or so until they get back to good health. Yeah, you got that. Card of change in the most comfortable way. Right along with that money line for them. So it could be a good opportunity to buy some. Not financial advice, of course, but if you're really into that coin, this would be the time to get it. But just know that it will be going through a really rough period for the next little while. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Do you see me working and living in UK next year? If you want to be. No, things are going to be a little shaky there in the UK for the next little while. I don't know if this is a positive thing for you or not. Let's have a look. Oh boy. I'll just show you the cards that came up. This is the third card that came up. So, first one is reversed. The death card. So, doesn't mean you're going to die and all that. Okay. It just means it's going to be a huge change in your situation moving forward. Okay. We got the devil card right next to that. Okay. This is being tied to things that do not benefit you in any ways. You see Adam and Eve here. Okay. They're chained. Okay. To an old idea that does not work for them and can be actually harmful for them into the future. Okay. So doesn't mean this is prophecy. It just means that for warning or foreknowledge, you can change the circumstance. Okay. So there is a great change. It's reversed on the camera. You can change this outcome. Okay. To something more of a positive situation. I am thinking you are going to be getting out of the negative situation that you are in. You just have to know these two and be aware of them. Okay. So whatever the situation that you do not want to be in, you can change that very quickly and move into something much, much better. And don't be tied to a situation that does harm to you. It doesn't mean that you have to be in that situation. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Thank you. Brad Hall, hey, should I use 32 of my ETH to get a node? I've been thinking of it. Does the pendulum see that it's a good decision for me going forward? Well, if you're not going to spend it anytime soon, you have to remember, even if you make a node with the 32 ETH, doesn't mean it has to stay there. So if you're just going to be sitting on it, make sure it's safe. Okay. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's going to be bringing in some pretty good income for you overall. Yeah, if you're going to be parking it for a little while. And I'm not exactly sure how you make that node. But if it's safe and not on an exchange, you should be just perfect with that. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. Bentley, what will TTCF stock be successful in the coming years, or should I stay out of it? Okay. Not sure what it is, but yeah, it's saying, yeah, it's good to go. If it's a low good price, even better, right? Not all stocks are bad, right? Some of the stock market is going to be coming down, but or a good portion of it, anyways, but that just means it's on sale, right? So there you go. Yeah, good idea. Thank you. How bad will the BT3 drop right before the halving? On average, it's about 4 or 5 up to 10%, and then it'll go shortly after that. So, like it did last time before the halving, it went down, 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 down. Then it shot right up. And it's usually a couple months after the halving. It's not immediate, usually. So every time we've had a halving, it's usually a few months after the fact. Then we see that price jump up like crazy. Um, Nothing to worry about. Maybe some good opportunities for buying, but not anything that you should do a knee jerk reaction with. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Hi, whited WEF boy. Oh, World Economic. Um, Boy, Trudeau get to talking down from China president. That I saw the YouTube clips on it, but I never did watch it. Um, so I'm not entirely sure what was going on there. Probably because he's an idiot. And the guy from China, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, is probably a lot smarter than Trudeau, and he probably said something and set him off. I'm assuming, because Trudeau is not the smartest person on the planet. Let's just see. I know they're both part of the World Economic Forum, and then Davos G20 summit. It's all led by Klaus Schwab. Very interesting. He was giving them their marching orders. Very interesting. I think it was more about semantics, and that their plans weren't lining up. And I think it was more for China to tell Trudeau to stop what he was doing, because it's making everything sort of fall apart for the whole thing. Even now, China's a worse offender. All the lockdowns and stuff that they're doing there. I think it was just Trudeau looking for advice, and I think they just got into it for whatever reason. Okay, so yeah, Xi Jinping, I think is his name. Cool, thank you. Will Iraq dinar be revalued? Oh, the diner. It's their currency, right? Probably. I think they are going with the brics. I think I last heard that they are, which will be very interesting. That means they will be part of the same camp as Russia and China. Not for some time. I think it's going to be getting back up there, but it's going to be very, very slow process. But fortunately, they can start doing trade with other countries again freely. Okay. And I'm thinking that it'll be bringing back up their economy and everything moving forward, and getting medicine and getting all the necessities of life. You think we got it bad? In Iran, they've been locked down for so long from sanctions that they can't get basic things, like the things that we take things that we normally don't think of. Okay. So that is going to be changing for them, and it's going to be bringing back up their dollar, the dinar. So yes, but not for quite some time. Okay. Hopefully that helps you. One more, two more. Hang on. Can I have a 3-card reading for now till December? You're gonna have to put aside some differences that you're having with somebody, okay, and press on and charge forward with some ideas, okay. Sometimes we have great ideas and we want to go forward with them, and unfortunately sometimes we are waiting on other people to come along with us. I don't think that'll be a good thing, okay, or will be a thing, won't be a thing for you. So you may have to take the lead on this situation, all the situations that you're going through right now, and then people will follow afterwards, okay. If they think you're a little nutty, they may not follow you for some time, okay. um, so make sure that you take initiative and start doing the things that you need to do for you, okay, and eventually all the other people will start to follow. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Just looked at the price of Veritasium, 100 Canadian. Nice. Something is brewing with Veritasium. That is true. Look at the latest video with Bix Weir. Actually, him and Cliff High actually talk about it. You might have to get that on Rumble, okay? Because they're not allowing Cliff High to be on YouTube anymore because he says too many truthful things. Okay, so we'll look that one up. Yes, there is some things going on behind the scenes with that. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Do you think Israel will strike Iran targets soon? No, that would be suicide for them. Even though Israel is one of the best trained troops on the planet, Canada being second because we're crazy, that I think too many of their people are sick because of things that's hitting them right now in Israel. And they got, for some reason, they brought back oh, what's his name? Brad will probably tell me, but they brought in their old guy that they booted out and they brought him back in. So let's just throw some cards down for that. And now Israel's a bit more friendly with, or not Israel, Iran, a bit more friendly with Russia. Yeah. That's like shaking a stick at a wasp's nest. But yeah, I don't see that happening. They're actually going to start to do trades. Netanyahu. That's that guy's name. He's a Yahoo. Yeah. No, I don't think that'll ever happen because it would create World War III if they did that. And I don't think they're not. He's crazy, but he's not stupid. Okay, so no. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Mm-hmm. One more. I think Rosie has the 3-card reading. We found it. Hey. Okay, and I guess this will be the last one. Your side hustle. You got to get beat up a little bit but I think it's the right thing to do. It's funny. I got the this card. He looks a little worn and torn, but he's going to get the job done, I tell you, no matter what happens. And it's going to cost you a tiny bit. Well, it's actually not going to cost you as much as you thought it was going to cost you. But it is going to cost a lot of work. Okay? But it's going to be the right mixture of things moving forward. So expect a lot of work, okay, which is not a bad thing. And slow progress in the beginning. And I think it's going to be picking up in about a year or two. Okay? Hopefully that helps you. Okay, I guess that's our hour. Always grateful for having everybody out. Lots of good questions today. Not everything to do with cryptocurrencies, which is nice. Just reminder that we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 o'clock a.m. Central, and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it down on your calendar. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, make sure you go to psychreadsbyandre.com, where you'll find all that information there and all my other social media links too. So if you want to join me and Bob Job and Super Whittle Guy on Twitter, there you go. Or any of the other platforms that I'm on. Much appreciated. Just in case that C11 does something, you never know. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, make sure you go to psychreadsbyandre.com, where we have a Treasure affiliate link. Okay, cold storage wallet. If you should happen to purchase any of our affiliate things on our page, make sure that you know that we make a tiny bit of money from that, so we can buy kitty treats for Domino and Caesar. Okay, just a disclaimer. Okay, with that said, make sure you like, subscribe, share this everywhere so we can get out there more and more, and get more people into the stream. And make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye. Off to the crypto.